You're listening to the Yahoo Finance Small Cap Show, powered by AGORACOM.com, the web's leading small cap portal.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm Al O'Grady, and with us today is the president and CEO of Anglo Swiss Resources, Mr. Leonard Danard. Anglo Swiss is a mineral exploration company focused on creating shareholder value by acquiring and developing quality base metal and gemstone properties having undiscovered potential. Right now, the company is exploring and drilling its 100% owned Kenville gold property in southeastern British Columbia with the goal of developing a world-class porphyry copper and gold deposit. Anglo Swiss trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol ASW. Mr. Danard, thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning now. How are you today?
I'm fine, Len. How are you today?
I'm excellent today, thanks.
Excellent. Let's jump right into this. Len, it's been a while since we've talked last. Since that time, bring us up to speed with the latest developments with Anglo Swiss.
Well, it has been a time now since we've talked, but that's because we've had an incredibly busy summer at the Kenville property. We just had an excellent year this year. We drilled 45 holes on the property on both the east and the west side. This property is divided by Eagle Creek, so we were looking for the area that of interest right now is the west side. The east side is pretty well developed. That's what had produced in excess of 2 tons of gold. So we're focused on the west side and had some excellent drill results there. We on some of those holes, on those 28 holes, we had values as high as 5.89 ounces per ton and copper values up to 5.38 ounce percent copper, giving us an average grade of about 90.94% copper. So we just had an excellent year, Al, and we're really looking forward to getting things moving forward. In conjunction with the drill program, we've also completely rehabbed all of the underground workings on the 257 level, which is an extensive working that nobody has really been into that part of the property since about around the 1950s. So,
okay, let's continue with that copper theme for a second. In one of your recent press releases, you announced some strong copper numbers that you just alluded to just moments ago from your Kenville property. Len, were you surprised by that, since this is predominantly a gold play?
Well, it is a predominantly gold play, but like I said, it's very interesting on this property because this property is divided by Eagle Creek. So on the east side of Eagle Creek is what was the historical gold producer of the property. But this is an altered zone, and over on the other side, we got both the copper and the gold, which is pretty exciting. We actually found 4 new vein structures on that property, extending for over 700 meters, open in all directions, and that's what gave us the copper and the gold numbers, which we're very excited about. Like I said, in 207, we found what we thought was the Eagle vein that has now turned into 4 different vein structures. Also, when we're building the drill sites, we actually unearthed a old portal, probably from the turn of the century, that showed us another vein structure we think will tie back in over to the other side. Interesting, it still had the old drill steel and the hammers in it, and it's just like they walked away.
Okay.
So it's pretty interesting when you're working on these historical properties.
Okay, let's talk about the nitty-gritty of your operation. Tell me more about your rock crushing operation at Kenville.
Well, in conjunction with us going into production here in 2009, also what we've been looking at is there's a large dumps on this property from the historical mining that was done prior to 1950. Now, what we're doing is there's a lot of values in that rock, both from the crushed rock side, but also from the mineral side, because a lot of these vein structures, when they're driving tunnel to the main structure, they were going through all these little veinlets, anywhere from 1/2 inch, probably up to 1.5 feet, and that all ended up out in the dump. So what we're doing now is we're taking that material and running it through a crushing circuit to give us a crushed rock for the aggregate, drain rock, these types of materials for the aggregate market in the Nelson area, and all the fines will be running through the gold operation. So this is just another means of us getting a cash flow from this property, not only from the precious and base metals, but also from the aggregate side. We'll also be looking at on these holes that we drilled over the whole area, all those areas from where we collared those holes down to bedrock. we're doing a profile on that and looking at all the sand and gravel and particulate material through there, again, for that sand and gravel market. We really hope, Al, that we believe that we can probably be a zero-discharge mine, because the tails coming off there are benign. We'll be able to blend them off into like masonry sands and these types of products. And so not only giving us an excellent return on those materials, but giving us a green mine, which I think will be very interesting in the marketplace today.
Right. Yeah. You may not be able to get blood out of a stone, but you sure can crush it and get it every last penny out of it, though.
Absolutely. And there's a large market for that. This is again where we're very fortunate with Anglo Swiss. We have all the infrastructure in place there, Al. We've got the mill buildings, we've got shops, we've got assay offices, we got dry for the underground miners. Like I said, it's all completely rehabbed. The infrastructure is all there, and the beautiful thing is for this crushed rock side is in the proximity of an excellent market for the aggregate side. Trail is just 45 minutes away to the smelter for all the metal side, so we couldn't be situated better. And I mean, it's just a real unique opportunity that we have here. We hear of many other mining properties, but the infrastructure isn't there. They don't have the water, the power, the roads, and all these things. And if you don't have those, you're tens of millions of dollars away from bringing those properties into production.
Right.
And so we're very, very fortunate here.
Right. You're kind of leading right into my next question here, Len. I was going to ask you, why do you think Anglo Swiss is such an attractive play for an investor, even in these challenging times? But, you've already outlined some excellent features and benefits of your company.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look at, we think that gold is tremendously undervalued. I mean, when you look at the market conditions that we've seen, and it's been very, very, not only to the mining sector, but all sectors that we're looking at. But I think there are these opportunities that exist, with us being in the gold that just does wonderful things for us. If you look at the copper and the moly and the silver and the tungsten that all goes with this, should be paying most of our operational costs along with the gravel. So we just got an excellent opportunity to bring shareholder value to our investors.
Okay. Len, do some crystal ball gazing for me if you could. Where do you see the company short term, 3 to 6 months down the road, and longer term, say 3, 4, 5 years down the road as well?
Well, in 3 to 6 months, I think there's no question about it. We'll be in full operation with both the gold side from the underground operation, and we'll also be into our gravel operation and getting into that spring sales area for the crushed rock and aggregate. There's lots of infrastructure planned in BC for that particular area, so they need the aggregates for the asphalts and the roads and building more power structures and whatever. So we're well positioned for that. So that's what we see there. And I think looking forward, we'll be just looking to expand that operation and getting to depth. The two existing portals that are on the property, the 257 and the 275 level, there's only 180-foot elevation between those two levels, but it's all open to depth. And as we well know, the grades usually get much better as you go to depth, and we'll be looking at expanding this operation substantially.
Okay. Len, that's it as far as the formal questions are concerned. As always, I leave my guest with the last word. Any final thoughts? Anything that you'd like to add right now?
Well, just what I'd like to say, just basically what I said now. We're very excited with the opportunity that we have of being so fortunate to have this property to bring some real shareholder value. And I think once we get into production, we start the gold coming out of that mill. People really start to realize the incredible opportunity that we have here.
Fair enough. Len, on that note, I want to thank you very much for your time and sharing your thoughts with us about Anglo Swiss.
Thank you again, Alan. It's always a pleasure.
All right. And Anglo Swiss trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol ASW. And you've been listening to Len Danard, President and CEO of Anglo Swiss Resources, on today's Yahoo Small Cap Show, produced by AGORACOM. I'm Al O'Grady. Thanks for joining us.